I'm here today to talk about how switch recycling leverages technology to drive waste management collection in Nigeria, as well as the financial inclusion. As we all know, this is a time we all need to ensure that we have a lot of technology in whatever we do. We can use the technology to drive the business. I'll briefly introduce Switch. Switch is a waste management organization, and our focus is to ensure that we collect the recyclable waste essentially from the source before it gets into the environment. And we're able to do this successfully by leveraging on our innovative mobile application. So our function is to simply ensure that we are able to connect the waste generators to our agent, and from the agent to our collection system. In this way, we will be able to ensure that we do not have waste, or we have limited waste, especially the recyclable waste, getting into the environment by leveraging our mobile application. That's what I'll be talking more about today. Essentially, when we look at waste management in Nigeria and all over the world, we have the population growing. Nigeria with over 200 million people, and the population is growing on year. All these people have to be, they have to consume. Most of the product we're consuming, the packaging of those products essentially gets into the environment, either due to poor management, or where it is being collected by the Waste Management Authority, it gets into the landfill. So we have a lot of health implications coming out of this, and the population growth is not going to slow down. Consumption is not going to slow down. What do we have to do? We have to be sure that we are able to harness all these recyclable, because these are raw material for other industries to thrive. But a lot of people will not invest in this industry because the data are not just there. Then you have the consumption, you have the waste are not being collected, it gets into the environment, the environmental impact is high. Then when it is collected by the Waste Management Authority, you realize that people have to get to the landfill as scavenge these materials because they have value anyway. And in doing this, they are subjected to a lot of human rights issues. You have a lot of health issues surrounding that. So we have to ensure that we stop this, especially with the application of AI. Apart from waste management issue, we have financial inclusion. A lot of people, a lot of the population are not able to connect to financial services, either because the revenue, the income they make is low, or they're in the rural area, or they don't even see the need to connect to the banking sector because of documentation or whatever it is. But with our mobile application, we are able to open account via wallet instantly. That means for the waste generators, you are able to open a bank account. With the bank account, you get paid instantly. You can use your money for whatever it is. So in this case, we are actually deeply financial inclusion apart from collecting the waste. Also, we have limited infrastructure for the banking services. A lot of the rural area, up until now, might not have banking, either a banking hall or any banking infrastructure, the ATM, the POS. But with our application, with or without banking in your area, you are still able to do your financial transaction. You're able to move money from one bank to the other. You're able to sell your waste, realize value for your waste, as well as ensuring that you do your financial transaction. Also, we have a lot of informal sector that are proud to now do the transaction based on cash. With the mobile application, you are able to connect to the banking sector. You don't have to do your transaction on cash basis. With this, we're able to increase the financial literacy with our application as well. Also, in Nigeria at the moment, we do not have a proper waste information that gives us waste segregation, either by demography or whatever people are consuming. But with the application, we collect all recyclable waste from plastic to can to glass, all recyclable waste. With this, over a long period, we will be able to have waste data, especially recyclable data, that gives us the volume of waste generated either by different demography, either by different set of people at different locations. This eventually makes it so easy for companies to come into the space, especially in terms of investment. So in the long run, we will be able to generate a lot of data that is so easy for people to analyze. How are we solving this with our mobile app? We simply ensure that we are connecting the household to the agent to our collection center to our recycling partner. In this way, all wastes are collected at source. Not only that it's collected, the wastes are valued. Prior to now, either you are dropping your waste for the Waste Management Authority, the waste gets into the environment, or you pay to actually dispose your waste. We're telling you, this waste you have, it is not actually waste, it is actually value, and the value is realizable by you instantly. And you determine the value. The value is actually on the mobile app. It is not negotiable. With our application, you're able to sell, get paid instantly, then agents that were before now have to be going to landfill to scavenge. You don't have to scavenge. Just register as an agent, buy the waste, make payments online, get your waste sold, and get value for it. This app has been in existence for less than 2 years, actually. In the last 2 years, we have been able to move a lot of people into the banking network. We have been able to collect at least 6,000 tons of waste in the last 1 year, which is the highest in the country at the moment. Also, all the waste collected, they are all recycled, 100%, nothing get into the environment. Also, we have created a lot of entrepreneurs. In terms of impact, in the last 1 year, we have centers in 21 locations and in 8 states out of 36 states in Nigeria, which is the biggest in the industry. We've been able to process over $500,000 in financial transaction in just a year. Then we have a lot of collection centers. Our story, it works simply with the app. By just simply downloading the app, make a drop-off or a pickup request, get paid for your transactions immediately, then you use your money. With this, we are actually really exploring the industry that were not explored prior to now. And we have a lot of opportunity in this space. I'm here today to ensure that we have access to this type of information. And we are welcoming more people to do a lot of investments, especially in leveraging AI for waste management in Nigeria. Thank you very much. That's the bit I'm here to share with you today. So in case there are questions, I'll be willing to take that. Thank you.
Thanks for this. Looks quite revolutionary. What are you doing to sensitize Nigerians back home about this app and what this is about? This is the first time I'm hearing this, and I live in Lagos, Nigeria. So what's the plan around sensitizing the country around this? I can attest to the harmful episodes that we have with waste that are oftentimes left uncollected. So this seems to be something that can revolutionize, that can really change the way waste is managed in Nigeria. But it would be nice to know what you've been doing or what you plan to do around getting more people onboarded and aware of this solution that you have. Thank you.
Thank you. In terms of what we're doing, the app is actually less than a year old, and in less than a year, we have over 5,000 downloads. We try to make a lot of, we try to put a lot of information out there. But the reason why we named the organization Switch is essentially to switch our behavior from the old behavior of throwing waste into the environment into the new behavior of realizing value for your waste. On our own part, we are doing a bit to sensitize people. Then we are trying to collaborate with organizations like FBRA, LOMA, and Nigeria Ministry of Environment to ensure that more people are sensitized. Because Nigeria as a country have about 12 million tons of waste that is being thrown into the environment. That is like $1.5 billion that we're throwing away. So I agree that we need to do more, but relatively we are young in terms of age of the application. It's just like less than about a year old. We have about 5,000 users, and we're doing more to sensitize people on that. So we'll keep doing that more. Thank you.
Quick question. Is there any specific AI company or partners that you've developed? Anybody's been open to working with you on this type of application?
Thank you. At the moment, the app is developed in-house. We put some young professionals together to develop the app. I mean, that is what we could afford at this time. But as we move on more, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here, so that we can raise the awareness, we can raise more money to develop more of this. For now, we're not working with any partner, but we're looking for partners to do that. Thank you.